Opened fire at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Maryland, killing 5 people. Police used facial recognition to identify the suspect, Jared Ramos. Thanks for joining us at 6 o'clock tonight. I'm Eric Rucker.
And I'm Nikki Lorenzo. The practice has been called into question recently. Fox 40 has learned the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department has been using the technology for years.
Fox 40's Ali Wolf gives us a closer look at how facial recognition has helped the department and why some critics are against it.
These days, it's hard to go anywhere without being caught on camera. From surveillance cameras while you shop to video doorbells and social media, facial recognition can attach a name to a face. Police agencies across the country are using the technology to identify people breaking the law.
And they'll just click on face capture. And then what they do is they just line up the person's face. It's pretty self-explanatory. Takes the picture.
Sacramento County Sheriff's Department Detective James Hart demonstrates how deputies can use their cell phones to capture an image of a possible suspect.
Taking measurements between different features of your eyes, nose, mouth, cheeks.
In seconds, their app provides a list of possible identifications based on booking photos.
It was able to, just based on your facial features, pull up all the people that we're all females.
Detective Hart recently used this tool to help identify a suspect in a string of cell phone robberies across Sacramento.
It's a huge time saver and a force multiplier.
Sergeant Sean Hampton was one of the first in the department to be trained in facial recognition about 4 years ago. Now all deputies and investigators can use it.
So you're going to crop it down just to like a picture portrait of the subject.
It can even help identify possible suspects through social media photos, surveillance images, and even composite sketches. Critics call the practice dangerous, but the Sheriff's Department insists this isn't about surveillance. It's about catching criminals.
This is not something we're utilizing to, scan people's faces as they're walking down the street or as they're driving in a car.
And with time, the technology is getting more advanced and more accurate. And facial recognition is still considered pretty controversial for law enforcement. In fact, the ACLU has been very critical, and they sent us a statement today about this story. It reads in part, law enforcement's use of facial recognition technology raises profound civil rights concerns and has been aggressively marketed to conduct mass surveillance. And Nikki and Eric, the ACLU says that they want the public to be notified before law enforcement agencies begin using facial recognition technology for this reason.
All right, Ali, so law enforcement takes your picture using the app. What happens next? Do those pictures stay on file?
Well, Nikki, that's part of what makes this sort of controversial. People are worried that police agencies are going to keep your photos if you're not, in fact, considered guilty of a crime. But the Sheriff's Department tells us no, they only keep booking photos. So the only photos that will pop up in their system is if somebody's been booked into a jail either in Sacramento or another county. In fact, the agency even says that this technology can be used to rule out suspects.
All right, very interesting, Ali. Thank you for that. Let's move on.